Spirits with spirits. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to another exclusive Spirits and Spirits episode for ScareNetwork.tv. As we continue on our Look Back series, we're going to take a look back at the Chindi tonight. I am your host, John Watkins, all the way in beautiful Colorado. I almost said sunny. It's not sunny. And your host with the most, Mr. David Lowe, all the way from sunny California. How are we doing tonight, Dave?
Doing good, bro. So the Chindi was something that we talked about in one of our past seasons, our past episodes.
Season 1, episode 27, Dave.
Exactly. We were looking at Native American stuff. It's not all cryptids, but we're looking at
we looked at the skinwalker, spirit walkers. We looked at all kinds of different things for that show. The Chindi was like, I mean, we've already talked about the skinwalker.
Yes.
Scored that one. So we figured we'd talk about the Chindi and talk about that one. Yeah, we talked about quite a few different. I got two sides of a pages here.
Yeah.
Night.
Yeah, so we talked a lot. That was when we were very optimistic on how many things we could talk about in one show.
Yep. Very ambitious.
Oh yeah, we were way ambitious. But we did it. 6.5 hours later, we did it.
Yeah, we did it. And we're both like, all right. So the Chindi are interesting. So this is from the Navajo tribe. So their religious belief, a Chindi is the ghost left.
Please stop.
After a person dies. We just got started. Is believed to leave the body with the deceased last breath.
Yeah,
and it's said in Navajo legend that the last breath that a person exhales before they die is basically like all their bad stuff.
Yeah, it's all their sin.
All their sin, everything bad that they did, all that stuff comes out in their last breath, and that becomes the Chindi.
Yes. They actually believe that if you come in contact with a Chindi, it can cause illness called ghost sickness and death. The Chindi are actually believed to linger around the deceased bones or possessions. So possessions are actually often destroyed after death. Contact with body is avoided. After death, the deceased name is never spoken for fear that the Chindi will hear and come and make one ill. Man, to never speak a loved one's name again after they pass, that would be hard to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Traditional Navajo practice is to allow death to occur outdoors, and this allows the Chindi to disperse in the air. They try not to have the person die inside. If a person dies in the house, that building is believed to be inhabited by the Chindi and is abandoned.
My thing is, does
Tom.
is the chindi created every time a Navajo passes? Or is it only if that person was wronged in life, the chindi is formed to take avenge for that? Because chindi itself is
Yeah.
actually a avenging spirit. So I'm kinda wondering there because here it kinda feels like what that we're talking about right now, it feels like if a Navajo dies, whether they were wronged in life or not, that last breath will create the chindi.
Yeah.
I found that interesting.
And I'm going to go one step further than that. Could it be that this is what intelligent haunts are all about? All of them. I'm not talking about just Native American or just Navajo. But
That's
could this be what causes an intelligent haunt? Is if someone exhales their last breath inside and that forms the ghost
and it is now bound to that
and
area?
is now bound to either the possessions or to the location.
That's
Move
interesting.
over.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. Let me move over.
Gee,
You make room.
because I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, could that explain just about every ghost that we've run into? Not residual haunts, but intelligent haunts.
Yeah. No, I think it really could explain intelligent haunts or even malevolent haunts. Because if they died with enough sin,
Mm-hmm.
they could, or imagine being dying inside the house, taking your last breath in the house, and you were wronged in the living, and you create this chindi with your last breath, and now it's bound to this house. So now it's become a malevolent human
Yeah.
entity because it's just pissed because it can't go take its
Medicine.
medicine.
I remember you.
Can't go take its medicine.
Maybe he's got allergies and needs some Zyrtec. You don't know.
You know,
You moved in,
little
you got
American,
cats. You don't know.
you know.
That I don't. That's a good theory. I never thought about that, and I don't think we talked about that when we talked about the chindi before. That it could be possibly uh what creates all inhabited ghosts. That's interesting. I never thought about that. That's whoa, that's good. That's good, Dave. I love it when you do
Throat.
that. Oh, the haha epiphany moment.
Hmm, I wonder.
Light bulb.
So it is also said that if you're in the desert and you see a dust devil, that the dust devil is a chindi.
Yeah, many whirlwind or dust devil is actually to represent the actual chimney. Chi- But it also
Chimney.
depends. I know I said chimney, but it's
You did.
chindi.
Portal.
Yeah, we're 4 hours in the show, Dave. I've had a few beers. Leave me alone. I'm a
All right.
little disorientated.
You're disorientated.
Sorry. Inside joke from the life. Shit. But it depends on which way the dust devil is actually turning too, depending on what kind of chindi you are seeing.
Correct.
So if it's turning clockwise, the dust devil is actually a good spirit, a good chindi, and if it's counterclockwise, it's actually considered an evil entity.
Tombstone.
And you might end up in a tombstone or have a tombstone. And I honestly don't know, to tell you the truth, if we are actually saying this name correctly. Because I've seen a couple spellings for it.
Yeah.
Where it's Chiidii or Chidi. So is it Chidi, not Chindi? Or is it Chidi? Chiidi? 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 You love it when I spell
Keep going. I don't know. I'm not sure how he's doing it either. I just
I don't know. There's a couple different spellings, Dave.
Yep.
I'm gonna call it Chindi though.
let's stick with Chindi. I'm just like, wow, I don't know where to go with that. But yeah, in Navajo, it looks like it's CH''JJDII is how it's pronounced. So it's Chindi or some Chindi or something. I don't know. Something. It's Chindi. I'm just calling it Chindi. I don't care. I am definitely I've got just a basically like a thimble full of Choctaw Indian. So so that's as far as it's gonna go for me.
Almost got you going on that same one.
You almost got me down that rabbit hole. I'm like, no, I gotta give up. Quit while you're behind, Dave. It's not I'm not gonna do an Ozark Howler impression this time, but I will say this is an interesting spirit. I don't know if this is a cryptid, though. But I think
because it's more spirit than anything.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have it, but it does have physical form.
It does. It does have physical form. So I guess on that note, it could very well be, but it's
the spiritual aspect of it that throws you off from the cryptid.
Yeah. It's kind of throwing me off the cryptid thing. It's telling me that it's more of an intelligent haunt than it is a cryptid. But we've talked about this kind of crossover before.
Yeah.
I mean, in particular with the banshee.
Yeah.
Close it.
Banshee, the hugging woman, hugging Molly.
Hugging Molly.
Yeah. There's this is definitely no banshee
School.
though. Mm-hmm. You say that there's actually a belief that suggests that the presence of medicine men and witches can actually spread the disease carried by the Chindi, and that they can infect people with it as well, which is that ghost sickness. Ghost sickness symptoms are usually fever, fatigue, nausea. Can also be triggered by the presence of a Chindi or person is exposed to a piece of the body that's been buried. You can actually get ghost sickness by being exposed to the body of the dead.
Right. Right.
But like most things with the Native Americans and the actual Navajo community, the belief in the Chindi is actually still prevalent. With
Yes.
special rituals being conducted to ward off the effects of the Chindi. Cedar berries are used to make ghost beds, which are made from the hollowed out berries and are designed to protect against evil spirits. They're usually made by allowing ants to consume the insides of the berry, leaving behind a shell that's punched through. And then they are strung together on necklaces and other accessories. The other type of beads, which are also made from wood, are used to keep the chindi at bay. I think I was
Dog.
meant to say berries there, but no, that's berry. Okay. Make sure I'm seeing that right. There's a lot of good information out there about the chimney, though.
Yeah.
I almost said chimney again instead of chindi. I
Greed.
say greed.
You said worried.
Oh,
Let's see. Okay. So we talked about the Navajo believe that the final breath of the
Brave.
deceased person
Yeah.
contains all the sins of the person's life.
yes.
The other belief suggests that the presence of medicine men and witches can spread the disease carried by the chindi, and that they can infect people with it as well.
Yeah, sometimes purposefully, like
Yeah.
known to plant a piece of the corpse on someone or take powder from the corpse's bone and put it on their body,
Right.
basically creating purposely ghost sickness on people around them.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. Awesome thought. The turquoise that you find the jewelry turquoise is actually often used as a talisman to protect against the chindi.
Mhm. Oh, nice.
Yeah. There's a
So
story
the
of they call it a dark family history. Uh, in the early 1900s, actually, a writer came across a teenage girl named Alice Longsalt. Her family, she told him, was all but gone. Years earlier, she said two members of the family deceived a blind medicine man, who then sent a chindi to bring harm upon them. Over time, each member of the family became seriously ill and eventually died. The same fate awaited those who married into the Long Salt clan. When Alice was 7, her mother died. Her father wasted away over 2 years and finally perished. Three remaining members of the family, aside from Alice, also became debilitated and ultimately died. 3 years after talking to the writer, Alice Longsalt was found dead. I found that interesting. But the one thing I'm saying here with the chindi, though, and I'm kind of going back to what you said about it being a cryptid or not being a cryptid, I should say, is the fact that the chindi doesn't necessarily attack you. It literally stalks you and gives you that ghost sickness until you die. But there
yeah.
is a way to actually get rid of the ghost sickness too. I know I have it.
So
Go ahead.
okay. So the novel also believe that the chindi is a shapeshifter
Oh.
that acts kind of like an avenging angel to those people that disrespect any of the Earth Mother's creatures. It can
Oh.
assume any shape or perhaps more accurately inhabit any living thing. Almost any traditional Navajo has at least one chindi story to tell. He or she will tell you about coming home at night and seeing a coyote walk on its hind legs,
Be careful.
I'm going to be careful. You may automatically assume that seeing wolf walking upright like a human would
I
make it a
want to come.
werewolf, but according to Navajo tradition, it's probably a chindi. Another way to identify a chindi is by the eyes. They will appear dead. If your headlights hit an animal's eyes and they do not reflect the light, that is an indication that it's a chindi.
Hot.
That the
Thanks.
eyes will not reflect the light?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So you know how you take a picture of an animal of like a cat
Yeah.
or something and its
Yeah, no,
eyes
I
reflect back.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I
That has a big skinwalker feel to it there, though, with that coyote walking on its hind legs, or
yeah.
but again, no stories of really the Chindi attacking anyone.
Yeah. Well, it says now, except for like if the medicine man six one on you. It says if a chindi is set against you, the only way you can stop it is to draw a medicine circle around you and sing or say a prayer for protection. It need not be a Navajo chant, sing, or say anything aloud, any prayer you know. The important thing is your attitude. If the chindi sees that you have a good heart, the evil energy will boomerang and return to the one that is set upon you.
Wayne. Strange.
I don't know why. Mine said Wayne. I don't know why.
That was all strange.
Asylum.
Asylum.
Um, they they do also go into what's called a ceremony called the enemy way, which is actually a traditional Navajo ceremony used to counter the effects of a chindi. It's a 3-day ceremony which includes dance, sand painting, and ritual chanting. It involves the summoning of Monster Slayer, a powerful figure in Navajo mythology. That's it. I want to look into Monster Slayer now. What's Monster Slayer, Dave? What's Monster Slayer? Enemy Way. I'll look more into this. Oh, I do have a.
Yeah. See the difference
You're
between
good.
the chindi, they're saying that the chindi is a spirit that possesses the animal, and
Okay.
so it can look like any animal, whereas the skinwalker actually shapeshifts into the animal.
Shape shifts.
So yeah. So the chindi, more to the point, they actually the spirit possesses the animal and
Okay.
then walks on two legs or whatever and comes after you. So I don't that's interesting.
So it has the ability of possession.
Yes.
Oh, that could be dangerous.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either, but yeah, it sounds kind of dangerous.
Huh. That Monster Slayer story's a little hard to read. I think I need to find it somewhere else. But if I type
Sorry.
Monster Slayer, it's going to bring up a bunch of video games. Uh, that is. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I've got the stuff on the long salt family too.
You can't understand.
Yeah. Um, okay. A bunch of stuff about skinwalkers.
Doorway.
Hmm. Excuse me. I'm wondering.
Purgatory.
I'm wondering why they don't necessarily attack people as part of their vengeance, or if they are possessing an animal. The Chindi, I don't know. These are. I'm thinking you might be right in the fact of not necessarily calling them cryptids.
Stop.
Why should I stop? And another weird one on the Chindi, unlike the Skinwalker or the Wendigo, it's not something that they are not willing to talk about. They like they refuse to really talk about the Skinwalker or the Wendigo in fear that they would be hunted and tormented by them, and possibly even killed. Where they don't have a problem talking about the Chindi, they're not worried about, because it's the Chindi is very single minded on what it's there to do.
Yeah.
Or am I wrong in making that assumption there?
No, that's right. I mean, even if it's summoned
Goodbye.
by a medicine man or a witch, it's singularly focused.
Yeah, it's very much
Yeah.
singularly. Oh God, I'm not even gonna try and say it anymore. One track mind.
I goes after it. Tunnel vision. It's really kind of if it's set on a path, it follows that path and goes after the person. But it doesn't like take anything else out, it seems. So it's it's singularly focused. So it
Friend.
I don't know if it's a friend. I don't think it's a friend unless now if it's just like say if someone dies indoors and it's a ghost, it's just a ghost in the house, and whoever comes into the house, it just has to deal with the paranormal activity.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I can't see it being avenging angel unless anybody can put that thing in motion. Like if a relative can take a body part or something like that and put it on someone, can they do it, or does it have to be a medicine man?
Grandfather.
I just think it's interesting.
Hmm.
But it says it's an avenging angel, but when I've, am reading about it, it's it's behaving more like an intelligent haunt that could
Yeah.
probably physically harm you.
Dorothy. I come and go.
Okay.
Hmm. It does say that Chindi is a type of skinwalker, but I don't know. I don't think I agree with that statement.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, I don't think it's a shapeshifter in that sense. I think it's a spirit that can possess an animal and kind of take it over. But a skinwalker actually can change its own form to
Yeah.
become the animal.
Hmm. Hmm.
Work.
Hmm.
Let's look at another kind of depiction of the Chindi. But they're very much relating it to more
Seance.
skinwalker, except, I mean, it stalks you, but it doesn't attack you. It literally like lays in wait until you lock eyes with it, and then it takes over you. Literally, the victim's spirit is totally consumed and something else is left behind, is what it says.
Hmm.
So it consumes your spirit. That's interesting.
Haunted.
Hmm. Yeah, kind of. Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm inside it.
Huh. I don't know, Dave. I think I'm kind of with you though. I think I'm kind of with you when you're saying that it's not a cryptid. I'm it, but but if you want to classify as an intelligent haunt, right? Is there some sort of attachment it is going to though? I mean, why the stalking thing for being a
Very.
vengeful spirit is kind of what gets me with the Chindi.
Yeah.
It's not what you would call a normal haunt, right?
Right.
Especially if you don't have an item that, well, I mean, you might have done this dude wrong in a past life and stole something from him, and you might have that item that it attaches itself to find you. Maybe I don't know, but I don't think it needs an item that you have to stalk you. It's based off the deeds that you've done.
Yeah. Or if the medicine man story is true, they can just put it on a path to you. You don't have to have done anything wrong.
Yeah, yeah. So
You
therefore,
could just you could have pissed off a shaman, and they just like, all right, I'm gonna send something after you.
again, but it's being used as a vengeful spirit, so it's
Portal.
still
Yeah.
doing what it's designed to do, or born to do, what however you want to put it.
Yeah.
Do you ever look at dust devils and wonder?
I'm gonna have to take another look at him now because
Yeah, I'm wondering which way they're going now.
look at which way it's turning. That's for damn sure. I'm like, all right, it's clockwise. We're okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'm sitting there trying to think though, like, if I have I ever seen one that turned counterclockwise?
I can't recall any.
I can't
Which?
either. Mine just said which. Hmm. That's interesting, Dave. A feeling of being suffocated, even drowning. So they give him asthma.
Yeah, I have that all the time.
What the hell did I do to that person? Yeah. Oh.
So,
Yeah.
so I
It,
have this story from New Mexico, and it's about a person who actually encountered a chindi. Um, and basically, this person had a friend who died horribly in a car accident,
Closer.
which because at the time New Mexico had the highest teenage traffic fatality rate in the nation.
Soon.
Soon,
the highest fatality rate in the nation?
teenage traffic fatality rate.
Oh, that kind of makes
And
sense. I mean, ain't nothing to do in New Mexico but drink. Nothing but open
yeah,
roads.
it was like as we went around a twist in the road, she pointed to some small houses on the hill and said her cousins lived in them, and that one night a chindi had come calling, trying to lure them away into the night.
Can you repeat?
Okay.
That's new.
As we went around the twist, I gotta say it again. As we went around the
Soon.
twist in the soon, yeah, I'm gonna went around the twist in the road. She pointed to some small houses on the hill and said that when her cousin
I'm
had
not
lived
sure
in,
how.
I'm not sure how either, and that one night a Chindi had come calling, trying to lure them away into the night. I got a chill as she said that the next morning, one of her cousins, who was young and healthy, fell ill and by nightfall had died. And her family believed that it was because of ghost sickness.
Ooh.
After dinner with her parents that night, she asked me if I wanted to see where she and her
Haunted.
friends had partied when they were in high school. Jumped into my car and headed off to the hills. There was little moon and it shifted in and out of the clouds that hung in the night sky. She had me turn off on this narrow dirt road, one where only cars going in the same direction in a single line would fit on. So narrow road. We got out. She climbed onto the hood of my car and started reminiscing about all the amazingly good times she had in this place. I was wondering how anyone could have a good time in this place. It felt awful, heavy, and malevolent.
Oh.
I told her that I wanted to go, and she looked puzzled. Got in the car, and we started to make a U-turn so we can go back down the road. The clouds cleared for a moment, and I saw a man standing in the road, blocking the way down the mesa. Even though there was some light from the moon in that moment, he was totally dark. He lifted his arm, and the light reflected off clawed nails on the ends of his abnormally long arms.
Oh, damn.
My friend told me to stop, lock the doors, and pray that if we were lucky, he would know we meant no harm and would leave us in peace.
Which?
Right? I was like, before, okay, so as I got
Portal.
closer, the moon went back behind the clouds, but in the instant just before it did, his eyes glowed a malignant yellowish green color out of a face that seemed to have no features.
Well, that would tell me it wouldn't be a Chindi, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
The glowing eyes. It says dead eyes, no light shine.
Yeah. So I asked my friend what we had just seen. She looked stricken and whispered, "Chindi." She quietly told me about the legends and how we were very fortunate to be alive. We still might die of ghost sickness the way your cousin had when they heard the Chindi calling to them the night before. And this person went on to say, for many months after that, I've dreamed of the Chindi stalking me in my sleep. It hovered in the darkness when I woke sweaty from my nightmares. And even now, telling the story, I have chills.
Wow.
It's been almost 30 years since that night.
Wow.
That kind of gave me chills. I was like, whoa, that's a trip.
But I know the stories about a Chindi, but I don't think it was a Chindi.
I think there was some Chindi involved, but could there have been a skinwalker there? I
I
don't know if that guy was. I think that was a skinwalker or something.
Yeah.
But with the chimney and the person dying the next day, and they said it was ghost sickness, and that was kind of a trip.
Yeah.
You know, that was kind of a cool story. So I thought I'd share that before we actually went and scored this thing. So let's go ahead and score this thing.
Yeah, let's go ahead and score the Chindi here now.
Boring.
Well, I'm sorry if I'm boring
Well,
you. uh First, of course, first category here we're gonna have is size.
right.
I don't know if we're gonna be scoring this right, to be honest with you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Go to the Figueroa. Okay. So this is basically a ghost,
Yeah.
but the ghost can possess an animal.
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know.
We're kind of getting there. I don't know what happened yet. Does
I,
this, if we go by the ghost, it basically has no mass, but it's probably human size.
yeah, but you gotta think some of those dust devils get pretty big.
Yeah.
So this is hard for the size category here. I think it it ranges between 60 to 100 feet up in the air to being human size. That dust devil right there is gonna be tall. Look how thick that bottom is. And I don't know what's worse, what's coming out of this freaking dust devil, or the fact that the dust devil itself has a freaking face like
Yeah.
freaking from Easter Island, or the dude standing in the background that looks super creepy.
Yeah.
This picture is all kinds of wrong.
Hammer.
And what's funny, it's probably a picture of a real dust devil in some field where a guy's standing, and they added the other this the Chindi part.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little at a loss here for the size. What I think I would do is a human size of 5, and
Yeah.
it's probably right in the smack dab middle of a 5 and a 10 if you think about the size of what these freaking dust devils can get. In which I'd probably put it at a 7.
Yeah. I'm down for that. Okay. So the next category is speed.
I think the speed could be good. Again, I mean, wind moves pretty fast. Um,
Yeah.
shoot, coyotes move
Are
pretty
you
fast,
okay?
Yeah. I'm okay.
depending on how it decides to run in. If it's wanting to be on 2 legs or all 4.
Who?
Um, I I'd probably put the speed around a 7. To be honest with you, I think that's kinda where
Yeah.
we'd be sitting here.
Yeah. I kind of agree with you there. So I'm good with a 7. Um, I don't think, I mean, evidence wise,
This is a
aside
hard
from the,
one here.
yeah, aside from the stories,
There's no real pictures. I wouldn't
picture,
say. I mean, we have pictures, but are
I'm
they
leaving.
is that a Chindi or is that just a dust devil, or all dust devils Chindi?
yeah.
Because
Is
that
that a
one's
chindi?
huge. That's
That,
huge, dude. That's like
that's an F1. That's a tornado. That's
that's a
not a dust devil.
tornado.
Angry.
I have seen dust devils like that though, especially being out where
Yeah.
I live.
Okay. So, and then we've got to consider, okay, if my theory is somewhat accurate, that
Regret.
that intelligent haunts are chindi,
Yeah,
even in our culture,
non-Navajo culture, yeah.
non-Native American cultures, that just an intelligent haunt is this chindi spirit. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah,
I've got to lay claim to some of that because there's a lot of pictures of intelligent haunts.
there is
There's a
there
lot.
is a
I
lot.
Rest in peace.
I
And
can't.
if we go that route, I mean, this would the evidence for something
I
like
I would
this
just
would
give it a bonus. I wouldn't. I'm not going to call that actual
yeah,
evidence, but there's definitely going to be a 1 or 2 point bonus here. So So that being said, with
If
the
I was
stuff
in,
that they
if I was going to give it a 2-point bonus on the evidence
yeah,
here, I think I'd probably go right around a 6.
that's about where I was too.
All right.
Okay. Aggression.
They're
I
passive
think,
aggressive.
yeah. They're like, we're just gonna follow you and make you sick till you die.
Yeah, we're gonna because that's a form of stalking is a form of passive aggressiveness. I'm not gonna physically touch you or hurt you or anything like that, but I'm gonna stalk you until I drive you insane, or in this case, give you ghost sickness and you die.
Yeah.
So I'm not like super high on the aggression level, but because how it stalks people and
And it yeah.
and
And
that
it's singular
story
focus.
where
So
if it looks into your eyes, it eats your soul.
yeah.
Hag.
Consumes your spirit is the words it used. Hag. Uh, I'm not talking about hags right now. Uh, I don't know. I think the aggression level. I'd probably passive aggressive aggression.
I can hear you.
Okay.
6.
Yeah. I was kind of like 5 or 6.
I think I'm a little bit higher than 5, but I wouldn't go no higher than 6. I don't think.
No. No, I'm down for that. I'll pick up a 6.
The lore of. I mean, the lore is long. I mean, it's definitely got the time restraints
It's
we
got
like
the
to put on
historical
things.
chops.
Yeah. Uh,
Um,
Tombstone.
I like the
I guess,
story of.
I guess my thing is the whole thing about it is you don't talk about the deceased,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
otherwise it might form a chindi.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Does that take away from the lore, or does that add to it?
I think that adds to the lore. It's not the fear of talking about the Chindi, but talking about the deceased and where the
Yeah,
Chindi might have came from. I
yeah.
think that adds to the lore to it. And to this day, it's still very prominent in Native American culture, the Chindi. So I
Mhm.
think that adds to the lore to it, that it's still very much a practice thing with the
Yeah, they still do the dancing and stuff
warrior
like that.
or the enemy's way to get rid of it and all that stuff. I think they still practice those things. Um, I I'm not like 10 or anything like that on the lore, but I think it's worth
Bold.
probably a 7 on the lore, maybe a 6.
Innocent.
Maybe it's innocent.
We know it's got to go back to the 1800s.
Oh yeah,
Weak.
probably going back way further than that.
Yeah, probably going back way further than that. So yeah, I'm down for a 7 here.
All right. Now sightings. There are sightings.
There are sightings. And again, we give, I got to again give a bonus to, okay, what if all intelligent haunts are Chindi,
Or created like Chindi.
really like Chindi? So, so I think sightings would be okay here. I don't know if I would match the evidence score. Um,
Nobody knows.
I was
all
thinking
right.
more like a 5 or so here.
Yeah. I'm kind of at a 5, I think.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. Kind of with you there. Throw a big fat 5 in that column.
Let's throw a
Uh,
big old 5.
big old 5 in that column.
Big old 5.
Uh,
Okay.
audio
Audio.
sucks.
Audio. Chunk. Aside from, yeah, there was like one
Well, you gotta
with the
think
hit.
dust devils make noise with the wind.
That's the
Ritual.
only
Um, That's about all I can come up with. I guess they can howl when they're coyotes or other animals and things like that, but
Okay, so
they don't talk to you or anything like that. They're not
no,
growling, they're not.
no, they stalk you until you go crazy or
Yeah,
you get the sickness and die. So yeah, 3 maybe,
Don't
maybe.
understand.
So
maybe.
2?
So 2.
I'm
If
putting
we're
a.
talking about coyote howling stuff, then maybe 3, but yeah, I don't know. I think
And even
I
then, they
think
don't say that it howls. They just say it walks on hind legs.
yeah,
I'm gonna go 2. I'm gonna go 2 here.
okay. 2's good. I'm down for 2. Um,
Physical and object.
I think the possession of the animals counts as an object.
Yeah, I also physical or emotional in that case.
Well, yeah, we're definitely gonna have some emotional
I
here.
think the ghost sickness is a big physical attack.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um, what do you think about body parts?
I was gonna go objects with the body parts. I was even gonna go objects with the berry beads and the turquoise jewelry to ward them
Cedar
away.
cedar berries?
Yeah, and the talismans that are made.
Punish.
Okay.
So I was actually a little bit pretty good on the physical and object here. Oh, it's getting late for Dave. Uh,
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna probably go physical object and keep that in line with the size, speed, and lore, and put that at a 7. I'm even willing to go 8 just because of all the other things going on. I think the rituals have a lot to do with objects that they do, with the sand painting and things like that. But I think I'm down for a 7 on this.
Okay. I'm down for a 7.
The emotional aspect, I think the emotional aspect here might be the highest score for the Chindi.
Yes. I definitely agree with that.
I think the fear is still
And
there. The rituals that they do to make sure people die outside of a home,
mhm,
the enemy away ritual to get rid of them, the
the way
fear.
that they know the person's name that was deceased,
Yeah, yeah. They don't say
or
the person's name, but they refuse to go by the dead bodies. Um,
and if the person dies in the house, they just abandon the house.
yeah, they all straight out abandon the house. Of course, and then of course the possession aspect of everything.
Yep.
With it, I, I, the emotional aspect is actually pretty good. I was thinking kind of I'm either at an 8 or I'm at a 9 here, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out which one. And I'm honestly leaning towards the 9 on the emotional aspect.
Okay. I'm at an 8, but yeah, if you take the 9, then we go 8.5.
Let's go 8.5.
Okay. I am down for that. And last but not least, the danger level.
It's dangerous.
It's
Not
dangerous. If
super
it's put on
dangerous.
your path, it could mess
Oh,
you
wow.
up.
Yeah, yeah. If it's sent down your path, it can definitely mess you up here. Uh,
Yeah. But I mean, if it's not, there's really no such thing as collateral damage here with this thing.
no.
So if it's put on your path, you're in trouble.
Yes.
But if it's not put on your path,
You're kind of
prob-
no worries.
you're kind of safe. It's not gonna mess with you. And
Yeah.
even if it's there, you can pray and say stuff, and they'll be like, "All right, you seem like a good dude. I'm not gonna mess with you."
Like I mess with you. You learn from your mistakes. You actually feel sorry for doing that guy wrong. I'll go away
Yeah,
now. Um, yeah, there are rituals to get rid of it, and even what was the word? Ricochet it back to sent it to you. That I can only think that would be in case like a witch or shaman actually did that to you, or a medicine man sent it towards you. Um, even then, the danger level's still there because now it's going back towards them. So I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
probably at the danger level here. I'm probably sitting more at a 6 than anything.
6. Yeah. 6.
6.
Six.
What's that total up, Dave?
That totals up to a 62, my brother.
A 60.
Nice.
Dude, that's actually not bad.
That's not too shabby.
No. I was a little worried there, I thought that, after talking with it that there'd be more out there about the Chindi. Um, that's pretty good, honestly.
Yep.
A little bit better mid-level. It's not the highest score we've seen, but it's not the lowest. Uh, well, folks, that's your Chindi for you. Again, it's a look
Innocent.
back at something we've talked about before, back in season 1 of episode 27. Uh, before we even started thinking about scoring things. I kinda guess we kinda were because we did talk about, if it was dangerous or haunted and things like that, but we never really truly scored, and it definitely wasn't scored with the lowdown system. So 60, I'm happy with the 62 here, Dave. What do you think?
That's not bad. You can dance to it.
Yeah. All right, Dave. So here's your question on you. Mythical legend or real cryptid or spirit, I guess.
Yeah, see, I'm kind of in the spirit. I think it's a spirit. So more mythical and legend with the Native Americans, but I'd be interested to think is that if that's the way intelligent haunts are formed in general.
Yeah,
And
no,
I wonder if the Native Americans were onto something there.
Hello.
yeah, that's a good theory. That's a good theory. And I do have to agree with you.
Are you
As
okay?
much as I love my Native American cryptids here, I think this is more mythical than anything.
Yes.
Um, man, I don't know how you don't talk about a loved one after they pass. I just don't know how that's done. Uh, because you get hit with memories out of the blue and you're gonna start talking about it. So it's kinda interesting. But I again I think it's more mythical than anything. But yeah, that's the look back at the Chindi. Again, I'm not upset with that score.
No, good score. I like it. Actually, better than I thought it would do.
Yeah. And with that said, that's it for this look back episode here. Again, exclusive for Scare Network TV. Again, I want to
Mhm.
thank Scare Network TV for allowing us to be part of their family. Love every moment of being part of their little enterprise there. If you ever guys get a chance
I
after
don't like
watching our exclusives on Scare Network, you can always go to me and Dave's YouTube page, which is at Spiritual Spirits, and check out our lives there, or even check out our library of past live shows. We have a ton of content there. You guys can get caught up on, and we do a live show every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern, 7 Mountain Standard Time. Uh, you can we got a lot of content going on there, but yeah, thank you for Scare Network for allowing us to do this on their network. Appreciate them for that. And again, man, I'm so looking forward. By the time this airs, we'll probably be on there already, but I'm so looking forward
drip.
to this new series that they're doing. Uh, Dave, any final words before we make like a baby and head out?
Nope. I think we said it all.
Who are
Yeah,
they?
the Chindy is interesting. Be it cryptid or spirit. We both
Back off.
believe it's tell me to back off.
Yeah,
But it's,
Apologize.
how rude.
apologize.
Apologize. Yeah. Um, yeah, I think we both agree that it's a myth or a legend.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it just something kind of nags at me about, hey, is this how intelligent haunts actually get formed?
I never even
Or is
thought
it
about
just
that.
the fact that they think when they expel their last breath,
All their
um,
sin.
all their sins and everything, does that form the spirit? And I don't think everything's malevolent. I think there
Yeah.
could be
You're
benevolent intelligence too. We've talked about it.
Oh,
So
yeah, of course.
interesting. But yeah, no, let's make like horse shit and hit the trail.
All right, bud.
All right.
Yeah,
Thanks
go ahead.
everybody for watching. And stay tuned for more look back episodes. We're going to talk about all sorts of other cryptids and haunted locations. By the time this airs, though, yeah, it'll probably be well into the summer.
Oh, yes.
But it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to doing our tournament about all these cryptids.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's gonna be so
see
fun.
which one is
Right.
the best cryptid of them all. I'd be interested to find that out. Unfortunately, the Chindi just narrowly escapes our top 16 and comes in at number 17. So
Oh, didn't make it, Chindi.
didn't quite make the cut, at least for now. But we'll
He's on the
cross that
bubble,
bridge.
Gabe. He's on the bubble.
On the bubble. On the bubble.
We can have a
All right.
playing game.
Yeah.
All right, folks. You guys have a great evening.
Take care, everybody.
Spirit.